Is it possible for many domain names to share one IP address? Is it possible for many domain names to share one IP address? For example, www.xjtl.com, www.fme.com, sdmfl.com, etc. Hundreds of domain names share just one IP dash. When you do a DNS query for each of them, the same IP is returned. Are there any laws or internet rules that disallow this? Yes, this is an extremely common practice. It is called a shared web hosting. In name-based virtual hosting, also called shared IP hosting, the virtual hosts serve multiple hostnames on a single machine with a single IP address. This is possible because when a web browser requests a resource from a web server using HTTP/1.1, it includes the requested hostname as part of the request. The server uses this information to determine which website to show the user. When you register/purchase your domain name on a particular registrar's name server, your DNS settings are kept on their server, and in most cases point your domain to the name server of your hosting provider. This name server is where the IP number, currently associated with your domain name, resides. Anytime you have a website that you look up its IP, and when you type the IP directly into the browser and you got a different website, you just encountered shared hosting. In fact, this website here uses it. Ping superuser.com or stackoverflow.com and you will get 198.252.206.16 for both. If you type that IP address into your browser, it will not work and you will get an error saying the site does not exist because it did not have a hostname to check and see which site it should serve you.
Shared web hosting is also for the case of different people, each with one or many different domain names, in addition to the cases of one or more different subdomains. For example, I have about 30 domain names on a single web hosting account. The files for my first domain name are located in the root of my public_HTML folder. This folder is in my home directory, so something like /username/home/public_HTML. And, in the root of this folder are folders for each subdomain of my first domain name. Let's say my first domain name is example.com, and I have some subdomains. The files will be organized like this. Plus, there is another folder in public_HTML for each of my other additional domain names, referred to as add-on domains in my hosting. Plus, many other people, perhaps dozens of people, each having a different username, all have hosting accounts on the same computer, and each of these other users may have one or many domains and subdomains, with their files organized in a similar fashion. All of these users, including me, all share the same IP address. If I want, I could pay extra to have one or more unique IP addresses for my domains. Originally, at least in concept, I believe the internet was set up with each domain name to have a different IP address. I think around the time of HTTP/1.1 this was changed to allow multiple domain names to share a single IP address. This was done then because of the concern of running out of IP addresses.
It's a scarce. Not only are there no rules that disallow this, but it is strongly encouraged. Use of IP addresses must be justified by some kind of need.
It is possible, and it often makes sense. Say you own the website and brand for Firefox, you would want to make sure all hits for Firefox and typed URLs that might be confused for your resolve to your IP, so you buy Firefox.com, firefox.org, ff.com, ff.org, firefix.org and firefix.com. You not also buy 6 different IPs, you would point them all to the same IP. Let's say Firefox bought out Maxon browser, you would then point all of Maxon's domains to your IP too. There is no reason for there to laws against it.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.